Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm kind of a little bit excited today because I'm going on a road trip. It's about 500 kilometers to where I'm going. It's Malaga, it's down south. I've just stocked up in the Consum, but I'll tell you what I'm doing when I get there. Hopefully we'll have a bit of fun on the way. We're going to take probably 2 or 3 days to get down there, and we'll see what happens when we get there. You can't beat a bit of Spotify to keep you company as driving along. All I've done is I've typed in one of my favourite songs from back in the 80s, Living on a Ceiling by a band called Blancmange. Those of you of my era will remember that. The younger people wouldn't have a clue what we're talking about. But I typed that into Spotify and let the algorithms of Spotify do its magic after that. Fantastic music, fantastic company. It's going to be a good trip. So I'm now only about 15 minutes drive from where I need to go. And you get to stop at the top of this mountain and look at those views. Fantastic. Right down into the Mediterranean. Burn incense, late cars, never melt on these bones. Read what you can. Oh, guess you fizz that day you cried trauma away. Leave if you can. Dark night of the soul. Beyond my control. I don't want my karma, nothing. Well, unfortunately, the first air that I tried to book into was closed. Well, not closed, but it was actually full. And the gentleman there was very nice, very apologetic. Tried to speak to me in French, but I tried to speak to him in Spanish. But between the two of us, we got it right, knowing that he was full. And I think that's going to be a trend along this whole area. It's very, very popular. It's supposed to get warmer the further you head down south. Bit of an onshore breeze here at the moment. But this is what we have. Probably about 30 motorhomes here at the moment. 1 or 2 are after pulling out. But unfortunately what I did see was a gentleman getting out of his own motorhome, going to the bush beside his motorhome, going to the toilet and getting back into his motorhome. The mind boggles, but I suppose it's people like that that ruin it for the rest of us. Anyway, I'll bring the Iceman for a little walk now, and we'll come back and have a bit of lunch.
I'm not sorry cause that was intentional. I meant every word that I said. Yeah. You get angry with me cause I'm flexible. And of how I like things in the bed. Oh no. My heart's like an ocean.
As you can see, and as you can expect, the beaches and the walkways down here are absolutely fantastic looking. It's a joy, it's a pleasure to be here. You see up there, that's the castle where we're going to go tomorrow. I'll take a trip up there on the bicycle tomorrow morning because it's about 2.5 kilometers from where I'm actually parked. I don't particularly want to walk that far, my knees aren't great at the moment. What I'll do is I'll head up there on the bike tomorrow and hopefully it's open. It says it is between 10 and 12 and 2 and 4, so hopefully it is. And I believe it's €2 entry fee and you get to know all about the castle. That dates back as far as the 18th century. So the town itself is situated about 10 kilometers away from those mountains that you see in the distance there. And I'd say when it rains, this little ravine here is worth its weight in gold, because it tracks right all the way down from those mountains right down to the seafront here. You can imagine the gush of water coming through this in the heavy rains. So I find myself in an uncomfortable dilemma situation. The area where I'm parked at the moment has about 30 motorhomes there, but there's also a big sign leading in onto where they're all parked, saying that the bylaws of parking were put into place in 2018 and there's a maximum fine of the €3,000 for motorhomes that are parked there. But as I said, there are 30 others there at the moment. Do I take a chance or do I move on? I don't like the idea of taking a chance, so I think I'll probably look for a bit of street parking on one of the side streets here and chance my luck on another day. Look at those beautiful colours, guys. Sun is after going to sleep behind those mountains. What a beautiful sight. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the town of Aguilas on the Costa Calida in Spain. I'm here just bringing the Iceman out for a walk, and I noticed behind me that there are about 30 motorhomes that decided to stay last night. Maybe it's tolerated this time of the year, but I wasn't taking a chance. We moved on around 8 o'clock last night, just after having dinner. Moved on around the corner and parked on the side of a street. The plan this morning is finish off my walk with him, go back, have a bit of breakfast, and then take you on a trip up to the castle. Well, no one said it was going to be easy. Opening hours winter. September to March, Tuesday to Friday, Saturday, Sunday, bank holidays, 10 to 2 and 4 to 6. My knees are going to love this. Well, it wasn't too bad in the end. 92 steps in total. I'm just wondering, will there be 92 on the way down? A lovely view over the town there. The mountains in the backdrop. And now we have this paved road. I suppose as castle goes, it doesn't look very castle-y, if you want to use that as a word. Look at these cars here. You got my motorhome service during the week there. And I got them to check everything on it, and there's no way would I park like that on a hill at this gradient. This gradient is easily 20-25%. Not a chance. Leave it in gear, tighten the handbrake. Hope for the best. So I'll just come up this steep incline that leads right up to the castle itself. A coffee shop there. And then we have more steps to go. Tickets up this way. And your entry is limited to 30 minutes per person. And because I was talking to you, I was climbing the steps. I forgot to start counting. Look at those views, guys. I've just paid the gentleman there €2 for entry into the castle itself. And you're greeted with these views up at the top as well. And believe me, I'm sure it's money well spent. Only 20 people allowed in the castle at the same time. I don't think there's anything close to that here at the moment. As you you would appreciate, a lot of the rooms have been blocked off to protect the items and the equipment that's in there. The castle dates back in its present form at the moment back to the 19th century, in around 1850 thereabouts, and then in different forms back as far as the 15th century when it was abandoned by the Arabs. And I believe there was a fortress of some sort here going right back to 500 BC when the Carthaginians occupied north of Africa, the Mediterranean countries and the lower regions of Spain. There seems to be room after room after room of history. A map there showing the local town and the landscape right at the back of it. Those are all the mountains. Each room telling its own story. This room here showing the different artifacts that would be found here in excavations. Also the kitchen, where there's different grains, there's pot for cooking. Oh no, in fairness, how else are you going to catch water?
Procediendo así a la administración de los terrenos de casas. Tras su disposición de crear en Águilas una nueva población, se mostró al fondo de arando el proyecto realizado por Aguilas. Este quería ubicar la isla de la ciudad fortificada en forma de película con castellano y constante con la mujer. El nombre de la presentó su propuesta y ordenó a la ingeniería un diseño urbanístico con una concepción totalmente distinta a la federal. Inspirado en la renovadoras ideas de la Ilustración, le pidió que trazara una ciudad abierta al comercio y con planta cuadrangular.
You know, this is what your old style armory would have looked like, guys. A storage area and those boxes there for the cannonballs. Television room in there for modern day videos showing you what would have happened here with reenactments and stuff like that. Living quarters of some sort. He must have been important enough if he had a room this size to himself. I'm always amazed at how big these cannons are and how simplistic they are. Fill the bottom of it with gunpowder, drop in a ball at the top and light the fuse and let the gunpowder do its job. Of course, the amount of gunpowder that would be in it would dictate how far that lead ball would go into the distance. And if it landed right, it would do the damage. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that little tour around Castillo de San Juan de las Aguilas. Pretty little castle. New enough. You can tell it's era by the building work on it at the moment, and obviously it has been renovated in recent years as well. And I think back in 2003 or 2004 is when it was actually made into the museum that it is at the moment. And for €2, you can't go wrong. What a beautiful attraction in a beautiful location. And of course, on the way up I mentioned the coffee shop, and it would be very rude not to have a cup of coffee. Just outside the other side of the restaurant, and one of the lovely young ladies from the restaurant itself came out to me and offered me to come out and have a look at the panoramic views from the restaurant side of things. And when you come out here and you can see how many tables are set up there for the afternoon, and as you're having your lunch you're looking down on top of this. What a beautiful view. No doubt there will be a battle for food on the table between the P and yourself and these little predators. And you see that little boat right there, the one with the green on the window part of it. That is part of the restaurant as well, and I believe they run excursions out around the bay as well. Snorkeling and other activities. So if you're ever here in Aguilas, guys, come up and have a look at the castle, and then don't be afraid to come here and have a coffee or 2 scoopies or a bit of lunch and enjoy that beautiful scenery. So guys, that's the end of part 1 of this trip. Thank you very much for watching. I'm sure there's going to be at least 2 or 3 other parts of this trip. I'm going to be moving on today, heading down towards Almeria direction, and that'll be in the next vlog. Thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.